Yeah, we've been fortunate as a crew to have some good ones, and I think we still do. You know, this room to me, in a different way, it's deeper than I've ever had. Top to bottom talent, and guys that have been here, which makes it fun, makes it unique. You know, might make it a little bit different presentation than what we've seen, you know, last couple of years with oh, hey, you know who the two guys are, right? It might be more than two, it might be three, it might be four that are getting in rotation and getting some work in. But it's been fun to work with them. You know, it's a good mix, again, of older guys and younger guys. You know, as much as he's got the playbook down, you know, a guy like Jack Mellon, he's still a true sophomore, you know, but to see his growth's been a lot of fun.
Overall, is there a little bit more of a threat to get downfield with this group?
Yeah, I think so. From multiple positions, from multiple spots, with the Y and the H. You know, again, you know, do you have Luke Musgrave speed in there? Maybe not, right? But that's okay. You know, I tell those guys all the time, you know, we need the best version of us showing up. You know, we don't need Luke Musgrave to come back from the Packers, right? So I think they've done a good job threatening both with the deep game, and then even so, I talk about being that safety blanket for the QBs. So if it has to be that intermediate game, short game, as long as we're there for the QB, you know, we're pretty happy as a group.
Jack kind of got thrown in last year, got his feet wet as a freshman. What things have you guys worked on during the offseason? What did you want to specifically add to his game?
His big thing this offseason is talked about being a complete tight end. You know, you're not just a pass threat. You're not out there to just catch 100 balls. We want to be a complete tight end. We want to be a threat in the run game. The more we are a threat in the run game, the harder it is to defend us in the pass game. So that's been his big step, or his big goal for this offseason, is becoming that complete guy. We got, again, we can trust on, right, down in and down out, to help us move the chains.
Has the emphasis with Jake Oberman been to get beyond blocking and make himself a threat in the passing game?
Yeah, I think so. I think that goes back. You know, it's a little bit opposite of what I just said with Velling. It's hey, how can you make yourself a complete threat? You know, a complete tight end. And moving him around a little bit more too. You know, when you get a guy with JT's size, Jermaine Terry, you can move him around a little bit more, put him back in the backfield. You know, he can be a threat not only with this athleticism but his mind of the offense. You know, he's got the offense down pretty good, so we're able to move him around more and you know, not focus on him just being a line.
How much of a threat is Jermaine Terry as a blocker? We see what he can do in the passing game. Because that's what you guys do, right, to start with.
No, and I think that's where he can carve out a pretty good role too in the run game. Is, you know, he's a big, strong dude. Part of him is just him understanding, hey, your pad level, hey, your leverage, hey, you're this, you know, so you can use that power because he's got a lot of it. You know, he's big, he's strong, but he's got to be able to utilize it with the right technique.
It seems like the tight ends have been a big part of the early install. Lots of targets going on. What are you seeing about the connection that they have with the quarterbacks?
I think it's exactly what we want. More targets, you know, the happier that room's going to be. You know, and that's not what it's all about. Like I said, going back, we want to be that safety blanket for those guys. You know, we got some new faces in that QB room. We want them understanding that tight end room is going to be out there to compete every day, out there to help them out every day, be those sure hands for them. So when a pocket's breaking down, or when they do see that tight end pop open, they got a complete trust in giving it to us.
When you were looking at Jermaine about coming here, what did you see in him that made you think that he was the right fit for that room?
Big physical guy, wanted to play in a pro-style offense. You know, he grew up in Richmond, so he kind of seen what the 49ers have done in the past 5 years or so. He kind of fit what we do here, kind of more that Tegan type, if you will, that Y type, and he's got the physical attributes to do it, and he's got some athleticism to stretch the field a little bit.
With all the depth you have, does that open up like more opportunities to run two tight end sets? Because you've got guys you trust to be on the field at the same time?
Yeah, I think the past 3 years we've been, if not number one, the top two in 12 personnel. If you include some of our 21 packages in that last year. That's always been our goal, you know, as a room to, hey, the more we can do, the harder it is to take us off the field. whether that be we're in 12 personnel and we look like it's an 11 personnel set where we're split out, or we're bringing it in tight, and if they're going to play us in nickel personnel, we're going to run the ball down their throat. That's kind of always been our mentality, you know, and the guys have really grasped that and understand that, and that's our goal is, hey, the more we can get on the field, the more we can help this team. So it's been fun to see it.
Brian, you're a young coach with potentially a pretty long career. How much are you paying attention to what's going on off the field?
Not even a little bit. Focus on this 23 group, and you know these guys have worked too hard for me to pay attention to it. We're focused on this season, focused on my room, focused on this offense. I want to do right by them as a coach. You know, for me to focus on that would be selfish. And I'm not going to do that.
Not focus so much, just curiosity. I mean, are you curious what's happening, or do you wait till the season's over and kind of weigh where things are going?
That's kind of where my mind's at. I'll wait till the end of the season, you know, to even somewhat think about it. My focus is on these guys, this team right now. You know, we got a goal in mind that we want to go do, and again, for me to be thinking about anything else or have my mind elsewhere would be a disservice to the players.
Are you surprised at how well that Luke has made an impact already with Green Bay?
Yeah, you know, he's you know, I think you know he's obviously making friends over there with some teammates, but he's hitting me up about every other night. Fun to see. Not a surprise on my end, but it's fun to see.
Great.
Good.
Thank you.